In this video, we have episode 1 of a series that I know you guys loved on my channel in the past, the I Rate and Improve Your Guys' Teams video series. I know you guys enjoyed this back when I did this in 2K22 and in 2K23. If you guys don't know, basically the concept is I put a tweet out on Twitter asking for teams and how much MT you guys have, and then you guys will send me your teams in that tweet below. Reply to the tweet with your team, how much MT you guys have, and then I'll pick 6 to 8 people and then put them in the video, go over their teams, who I'd recommend them picking up, who would maybe sell on their team, add to their team, and also give them a rating out of 10 before I obviously do make the suggestion. So if you guys want to go to my Twitter, it's just xevantanaka. You guys can look for that tweet maybe once or twice a week. And if you guys also want to comment your team down below, I'll get to some teams in the comment section as well. Comment your team and how much MT you guys have down below in this video, and I'll get to a lot of you guys in the comments and I can give suggestions on what I would do with your guys' type of squad. But looking at the first team here is going to be from my boy Blazion. Shout out to him. Love this man on Twitter. And yeah, he's got a good team. Like, rating out of 10, I would say this is a solid 8 out of 10 type of squad. I'm a little bit harsh with my rankings. I mean, he's got like Pink Diamond Wemby. He's got Dark Matter Austin Reeves, Dark Matter Brandon Roy. I think it's a good team though. I think the bench could use some work, and that's probably what we're going to do here with 120k. You don't have a lot to work with, but I think your power forward position is definitely somewhere you could improve. So for me, a backup power forward, if you want to save up some more MT, you definitely could do this. But I think even just like a Diamond Jaren at the backup power forward position is a lot better than Elton Brand. I think he'll play really good alongside D-Rob. Pink Diamond LeBron I think is still great. He says his only sellable card is Cade. I think you're probably just gonna have to stick it out with Cade. You can maybe sell him and try to go get like a better point guard, but there's really not much you could really do there. I think this team's really good though. I think this is a good team. Just add Jaren Jackson Jr. as your backup power forward, and I think the squad is good to go, and I would give it an 8 out of 10. Now looking at the next team here is going to be from my boy Reallybro. I guess he says, this is my team. He picked up Cade and Rudy. Most of his cards are not sellable. I feel like I need a better center. Any tips? And your center position is definitely the position that I would say is lacking the most. So I think even just for a budget price tag, cards like Alex Sarr and Zach Edey are going to be really good pickups for your squad. If you want that new Gally Sopa Rudy Gobert for like 80k, he's another really good center option as well. For the rating out of 10 for this type of squad, I would say it's a bit worse than the last one. I would give this like a 7.5 out of 10 because your center position is very weak. But yes, Alex Sarr, Zach Edey, I think are going to be great pickups for your squad. They'll only cost you about 100,000 MT. You should have another 100,000 to spend. I think your guard position is really, really good. I like your small forward position. And honestly, I like your power forward position as well. I think once again, it's just having those two centers. I would go get Zach Edey, and I would go get Alex Sarr. Potentially could get Gally Sopa Rudy Gobert if you like that card, but a solid team. I'd say 7.5 out of 10, and really just upgrade your center position. Looking at the next squad here, coming in from my boy Adam, he's got 1 million MT, and he says his entire team is untradeable. Once again, right off the jump, I'm seeing a backup center position that could use a lot of upgrade. I think honestly your bench, besides Bilal Coulibaly, I would really look to upgrade. And I think with a team like this, the rating out of 10 is going to be a lot lower than you expect, just because the bench I don't think is really great. If we're rating on the starting lineup alone, that's like an 8.5 out of 10, a really good starting lineup. But I think for the bench, I'm going to have to go overall like a 7 out of 10 type of team, because that bench is honestly really bad in my opinion. Carmelo's not bad. Other than that, I don't really like any of these cards off the bench. It depends how much MT you want to spend. Like, you could go get Gary Payton for like 600k or 700k, however much he goes for. You could go get a top tier point guard like that, or maybe you could settle for a little bit less and you could go get probably a Cade potentially could be your backup point guard. I think that could work. I would say for backup shooting guard, go get Drazen Petrovic. He's only like 65k. He's really elite. I'll give you sort of a budget option there. You could also go Pink Diamond Dr. J as your backup shooting guard. Backup small forward, I would say for this type of team, get some defense if you're going to run Drazen or Dr. J. So I'd probably go Galaxy Simple AK as my backup small forward, a really good defensive card. Backup power forward, again, it just depends how much MT you want to spend, but a card like Galaxy Opal, Jaren Jackson Jr. is really, really good. So I'd probably recommend him for your backup power forward position. And then your backup center, I think just a Sarr or an Edey would be really good with Jaren. I'd personally go, I think if you want to have those really two tall centers, and having Jaren at power forward would really make up for that speed and that athleticism with Zach Edey. So I'd probably actually go Zach Edey as your backup center here, Jaren Jackson Jr. as your backup power forward, backup small forward AK, backup shooting guard either Dr. J or Drazen Petrovic, and then backup point guard most likely like a Cade is what I would do, and that's not really like that much MT to spend out of your 1 million. I think your starting lineup is perfectly fine. That's just what I do with your backup bench, and I'd say before the suggestions, the team's like a 7 out of 10. After the suggestions, I would say like 8.5 to maybe even 9 out of 10. Now looking at the next squad here is going to be from my boy Drew Sky. He's got a good team. I mean, the starting lineup's good. The bench is a little bit lackluster. I'm not a big fan of your front court off the bench. Franz Wagner, I'm also not a huge fan of. I think you could work on your point guard position. You have a lot of MT to spend. This team, I would say like a 6.5. I would say it's even worse than the last team we looked at. I would say for point guard, right away, go get Stephon Castle. Just go get him. He'll be really good for you at the at the starting point guard position next to Jason Richardson. Looking at your small forward position, I would get rid of Franz as well. Once again, it depends how much MT you want to spend. If you want to go get like an Opal LeBron, go ahead and do that. But I think better value-wise is go get AK-47, or you could move Giannis to small forward and then go get like a Galaxy Opal Jaren Jackson Jr. as your starting power forward. So that's actually what I would do personally, is I'd move Giannis to the point guard position. Giannis to the point guard position. I'd move Giannis to the small forward position. I would go get Galaxy Opal Jaren Jackson Jr., put him at the starting power forward, and then I would actually go get Pink Diamond Victor Wembanyama. You can get him for like 5, 6, maybe even 700,000 MT, somewhere in that price range, and you can have a starting lineup of Stephon Castle, Jason Richardson, Giannis, Jaren Jackson Jr., and Wemby. And then what you can do with that is you can move D-Rob to your backup center. He'll be a great backup option for you there. Backup power forward, you could go big if you want to get like a Wilt Chamberlain. If you want to get an Anthony Davis, you could do that as well. Or you could just go a lot cheaper. You can get yourself like an Alex Sarr. I think he'd be a great backup power forward option for this type of team. Have a lot of size there with D-Rob. So you could go Alex Sarr backup power forward, D-Rob backup center. I think that'd be really nice. Backup small forward again, AK-47 is a great option. Terry Dishinger is a great option. You have Paul George, Zach LaVine. I like both those guys in the backcourt, but those would be my suggestions for your team. And I would say before the suggestions, probably honestly like a 6 out of 10. Now looking at the next team here is going to be from my boy Charlie, and I'm not going to lie to you, man, I might give you a 1 out of 10. Is there a single good card on this team besides Michael Cooper? I don't really know. Klay Thompson's not bad. I'll give you a 2 out of 10 just to be nice. 35,000 MT. I'm just going to try to give you the best budget cards in the game. Recommend right away Kobe White point guard. I'd say Danny Green shooting guard. I would say probably Jonathan Isaac power forward. I'd go Kobe White, Danny Green. I would go Jonathan Isaac power forward. I would probably go, I don't know what budget center you can get for that cheap. Maybe like a Goga potentially, I guess you're going to have to go with. So I'd go with him as the starting center. You can maybe try to spend a little bit more MT. Go get a Jaren Jackson Jr. if you get some more MT. I'm seeing that you have 35K to work with. Backup point guard, honestly, probably like a Stephon. You even have enough to get Stephon Castle? How do you build a team with 35K? You got to go like extremely cheap. I'd probably move Michael Cooper to small. Okay, here. I'm going to give you the team. Starting point guard, Kobe White. Backup point guard, we're going to go Topic. Backup point guard, we're going to go Topic. Shooting guards, we're going to go Danny Green and Klay. Yes, Danny Green and Klay. Small forwards, I'm not sure about starting small forward, but backup small forward, I think you could go Michael Cooper. I'd probably move him to the backup small forward. Power forward, you could go Jonathan Isaac. Starting center, you could go Goga. I'm not sure how much MT I've spent, and then after that, I would just look to save up for like a Diamond Jaren Jackson Jr., and that's what I do with your team. Now looking at the last squad here, guys, is going to be from Cubehead. He's got a good team, nothing crazy. Once again, I'd say probably like a 7.5 out of 10 is what I'm seeing here, maybe an 8. I think it's a good squad. He got 800,000 MT after selling things. Starting lineup, I would just go improve the power forward position. Go get Galaxy Opal Jaren Jackson Jr. Easy fix right there. Play him next to Kristaps. Great front court. Great starting lineup. Bench, I like Dyson. I like Paul George. I like Beasley. Great 1-2-3 combo. Again, I just think you need another power forward. If you want to spend a lot of MT, you could do so, but there's budget options. There's Alex Sarr. He's a really good option. Other than that, I'm not sure. Like, you could go after a Dark Matter Joel Embiid. I think he's going to be a little bit too expensive, and I don't know if he's really worth that price tag. You could go after a Vlade Divac. You can go after a Larry Markkinen. You can go after a Vucevic if you want to at that backup power forward position, but that's what I would do with your squad. Hopefully you guys did enjoy this video. Let me know if you guys want to see episode 2. Like I mentioned earlier, comment down below your guys' team, how much MT you guys have. And I'll also give you guys some suggestions on how I'd build your guys' squads and just some suggestions and improvements I'd make to your guys' teams. But hopefully you guys did find this video helpful and you guys did enjoy, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.